It's a very universal story. American, English, no matter where you're from, I think it's a story of imagination. It's a story of climbing trees. It's a story of getting lost in the woods. It's a story of finding magical creatures and fairies where you didn't expect to find them. It's a story of family. It's a story of love. It's a story of adventure. It's a story of the miracle of being alive. And I think American audiences are really going to love it. It's about 3 young people who find a magic tree in the forest and they go on big adventures together as a family. I read the script and I cried my eyes out. I laughed my socks off. I found it so beautiful. Simon Farnaby's our writer. He wrote the Paddington films, and I love those films. They're full of heart, they're full of whimsy, they're full of humor and uniqueness. So I feel it was such a lovely thing to jump into and be a part of. The kind of father that my character Tim is, he's someone who's so devoted to his family. He's someone who's so hopeful, so positive, and goofy and silly and embarrassing and funny and just has a big heart. And like, what a beautiful thing to do for a whole shoot in the summer with amazing kids, you know. The land of birthdays. Yeah, I don't know. I like birthdays. I like my birthday. My birthday's coming up. I'm wondering what I would wish for, and I'd probably make a huge mistake and wish for the wrong thing. But yeah, it's a fun land.
It's about kind of the modern struggle for parenting, and you don't have to have read the books, even remotely. It's a totally magical world about kind of what you always dream of as a child, that when you climb a tree you're going to go to a different world. So full of heart, and what it's trying to say is so pure, I think, and it's just lovely to be part of something where it's kind of it's tender and sweet, and it's just a different energy to the normal things that I do, really.
But with all the values and the excitement of the adventure of being blighted. So he brought the 2 worlds together in an amazing, tender, warm, funny, it's not a preachy thing, but it does say go outside and go up a tree and have some fun.
My children are amazing. I had 3 incredible children, Billy and Phoenix and Delilah, and I felt so kind of protective of them, of their experience making this. And just the film's theirs, really, so it's just an honour to kind of be around them, really.
It's a universal, big-hearted family story about kind of coming together, going on adventures, and to being brave, and hanging out as a family. It's kind of the big classic films that I grew up with, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Legend, things like that. It's like that big scope of movie, and I think people are going to love it. The writer Simon Farnaby, who wrote Paddington 2, he's a friend of mine, and the thought of working with him on a big-hearted story that he's written, just so great. My sister read the books, and she was quite protective of the books. She wouldn't let me read them, her Enid Blyton collection, so I wanted to, but I wasn't allowed to. So there was it was really exciting to be finally allowed to read Enid Blyton. I do like growing tomatoes. We call them tomatoes, not tomatoes, but oh yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But I do grow them, but not as well as Andrew does in the film. Andrew, also the song, he sings this family song that I wrote with Isa Summers, who from Florence and the Machine. She's the Machine. We wrote it for the movie because we wanted our own song, and he sings and performs it way better than me. So he's basically a better version of me. I love Andrew. Andrew's amazing. Andrew's so generous. He's full of ideas. He's very tender, very funny, lovely, lovely man. I love working with kids, actually. The trick about working with kids is to admit that filmmaking is boring. Admit that it's just slow and boring, and to not think it's important, and then play games with them. We do kind of complex high five sequences to kind of wake them up and just try and keep them awake. That's the challenge. But just mucking around, making them feel like they can't make mistakes. There's no such thing as wrong. Whatever they do is good. And Andrew and Claire were so good with them and allowing them to come up with ideas and doing them, so they felt like they were making the film with us. Mr. Boom Boom has got that voice because he's got a very loud voice, and he's played by a really great actor called Mark Heap, who, if you look on IMDb, I've worked with on 17 projects. He's like my go-to guy. I just want him around. I can't work with him without sort of hugging him. Mark Heap is a genius and a real kind of classic English comedy actor, and it's so great to see him on the big screen. We got a good cast. And when you had Andrew and Claire said yes, and then everything followed. Yeah, and Michael Palin from Monty Python, Lenny Henry, Judi Dench plays a fridge, it was good times. It was good times. I wasn't worthy. We were just lucky to have such a good cast, such a great writer, and the team of Pippa Harris, Nick Brown, Sam Mendes at Neil Street. This just prestige people, and I was lucky to be around them.
Two questions. I will try my bestest.
And everybody down here last. Yes.